Welcome, members of Congress, to the 2021 Cannabis Congressional Conference hosted by the Young Pharmacists of America Association. My name is Mary Drake, and I am reaching out to you today to explain why extortionate research and consideration needs to be conducted before legalization of marijuana in additional areas of the United States, Canada, and Mexico, and how through bipartisan legislation we can find a solution that will benefit not only the patients dependent on medical marijuana, but the general public. Over the past several years, cannabis, the most abused psychoactive drug worldwide, has been legalized for recreational and medical purposes in areas of the United States, Canada, and Mexico. Psychoactive drugs are chemical substances that impact the central nervous system and affect brain function. The central nervous system consists of the brain and spinal cord and controls bodily functions such as movement, speech, and memory. Financial implications of this drug affect taxpayers, black markets, drug cartels, and scientific research, which yields a shift in various crimes. Legalization of marijuana leads to a decrease in marijuana demand, an increase in other drug cartel crimes, and a need for new inexpensive point-of-care detection devices, a decrease in theft and crime involving marijuana, $63 million worth of dead weight loss per year at the expense of the taxpayers, and a call for political decriminalization of opioids. Drug cartels have found new areas of revenue, including extortion, weapon trafficking, money laundering, and gasoline theft. In fact, this photo of a bus was set on fire by cartel gunmen to block a road following the detention of Oviedo Guzman, son of drug kingpin Joaquin El Chapo Guzman, in Silicon, Sinaloa State of Mexico, October 17, 2019. Further, methamphetamine, heroin, and fentanyl seizures are up to over 100% from the 2018 fiscal year. Mexican and American administrations need to take action to solve this security challenge. A banking, entrepreneurship, regulation, and tax survey was conducted to determine the $63 million dead weight loss per year using empirical evidence. A shift in demand was used to calculate the tax passed on to customers. The survey asked owners and managers to provide details about their firms and industries, which provided evidence of how firms believe their sales would be affected if the government increased the tax. The researchers found that their sales would decrease by 18.5%, which suggests an elasticity of demand of negative 1.85. Elasticity of demand is the effect of change in price on the quantity of demand. In other words, this is the percent change in quantity demanded over the percent change in price. Customers will pay more tax than the producers. States such as California have already profited from heroin and marijuana, and people would need more access to naloxone. I'm sure everyone here is already familiar with this drug, but naloxone is used in an emergency overdose situation. It is medically designed to rapidly reverse an opioid overdose through binding to opioid receptors and blocking its effects. In addition, there would be a need for bipartisan legislation to decriminalize opioids. There would need to be a legal and political acceptance of addiction as a public health issue. In conclusion, these sources investigate the consequences of marijuana legalization using statistics and data from the US, Canada, and Mexico to predict what the future has in store for the market. There are new realms of crime, less marijuana demand, more taxation, and a need for action from lawmakers. Legalization of marijuana goes beyond decriminalization. The large dead weight loss is passed on to taxpayers, and as the crime rates are dropping in the marijuana industry, other areas of crime are prospering. Therefore, much more costly research needs to be conducted to resolve these financial implications and crime conflicts before considering legalization in other states and countries of marijuana, opioids, and other drugs. With the help from lawmakers such as yourselves, we can find a solution for the American people through bipartisan legislation and cooperation. Thank you for your time and consideration.